Hello, my name is Joe, and this is the 11th episode in the anxiety vlog series where I talk about my experiences with anxiety. Um, in the last episode, I discussed the benefits of spending time outside the house, outdoors, specifically in places of natural places, nature, such as forests, beaches, parks, that sort of thing. Um, In fact, I have just got back from the beach. I've been on the beach all day, and hence why I might look a little bit pink or whatever. Um, and yeah, we discussed the benefits of that, how it can connect you back uh, with nature, with your senses, how it can uh, give you a bit of respite from being locked indoors and uh, having all of these sort of like tiring, stressful, man-made things around you, such as mobiles and laptops and stuff like that. But also how it's really, really good to do some uh, mindfulness, deep breathing exercises, and meditation outdoors. So, in this episode, what I wanted to talk about was meditation. It's something that I have done since I've had anxiety. It's something that has helped a lot when I've been at my most anxious. Um, and it's something that whether you have anxiety, depression, or any sort of mental health problem or physical problem, it's something that can really, really benefit you and your mind and the health and the stability of your thoughts and stuff. So I just wanted to briefly talk about my experience with meditation and then how I meditate. Um, and with anxiety, as we've discussed, one of the things that is very, very difficult and can create a lot of stress and anxiety is uh, your thoughts, being overwhelmed with your thoughts, overthinking, um, and not being able to control them, even though that's not what we're trying to do. You don't want to try and get control of anything. Your body functions naturally, you are entirely in control, and trying to search for control is counterproductive because it causes frustration, it causes stress, it causes upset. Um, so meditation is a really, really good way to be proactive. You're engaging in something, but it's not something that's going to create tension or stress. It's actually going to release them. First of all, what I will say is that meditation is not a quick fix. Um, it does award you some calm and it allows you to channel your breathing and thoughts and your feelings and emotions into an activity that is you know calming and soothing. But it's not a quick fix. It does require practice. It does require a bit of dedication. But the excellent thing is that you can do it at different times throughout the day. You can try different length meditations. You can try one completely based in mindfulness. You can try transcendental meditation, deep meditation, all these different things. I don't really prescribe. Um, I don't really have. I'm not disciplined in any of them. I just practice my own um, little routine, which is what everyone should. You should find what works best for you and go from there. So the purpose of meditation uh, isn't to try and shut down your thoughts. It's not to try and push thoughts out of your head. It's not to try and get rid of negative feelings in your body. It's not to try and answer all your problems. Um, Meditation is a way to learn to live with lots of thoughts, a busy mind. It's a way to train your brain into not becoming overwhelmed and being able to live with all of the range of emotions and the range of thoughts and the range of sensations that you have on a daily basis, um, without your body overanalyzing and thinking, oh, this is something to be anxious about, this is something to be depressed about. Um, and, you know, naturally, the better you get at that, the more, or should I say, the less anxious and overwhelmed you may become, because your mind, your body and your mind are more able to cope with them. So for meditation, what I do, I first of all, I don't stress about a time length. As long as you've got time to dedicate to it, that's fine. But I don't say to myself, right, 1 hour meditation starting now, ending then, because that's putting limits on it. It's you know, you're not going to want to be able to like think about it and transition into it at the start or come out of it as slowly or however you want. So I say to myself, okay, I want to do about 20-30 minutes meditation, but I'm just gonna go with it, see how I'm feeling today when I get into a meditative state. Um, I would say to start, maybe aim for 20 minutes. Doesn't sound long, but it feels a lot longer when you're just sat quietly, just with your breathing. Um, I would often wear comfy clothes, be it a t-shirt and shorts, or tracksuits and t-shirt, or a jumper. It's whatever feels more comfy to you. Um, Obviously, nothing restrictive, so no like tight jeans or whatever. Um, I would then find a space on the floor. I prefer the floor because it's perfectly flat. And, on a bed, you're kind of a bit lopsided and your weight isn't distributed evenly. But I mean, a bed's fine. It's comfy. If you've got a wall behind you, then obviously sit up against that. But I like to find somewhere on the floor in my room or wherever I am, and have my back up against the flat wall, sitting firmly on your sit bones, which are the bones in your butt, and making sure that your weight is dispersed equally in your sit bones, having your back straight, not so straight that you're uncomfortable. But the rule I generally follow is if your back's straight and you have your hips above your sit bones and your shoulders in line with your hips, and that way you're in quite a strong structured pose. But yeah, as I say, something not anything that's uncomfortable. So when I get into that pose, you can cross your legs, find a comfortable variant of that. Don't try and go for any real sort of crazy cross-legged lotus position, whatever it is. But just somewhere that's comfortable, and in a position that's comfortable for you. From there, I would say when you've done all that and you're getting into position, often I find that my shoulders creep up or tense up a bit, and I would make sure at all times just to remember, if your shoulders are relaxed, the rest of your body probably will be as well, because the shoulders are the first sort of things to tense up or whatever. So yeah, I'd recommend doing that, relaxing the shoulders. For your hands and arms, I would have your hands palm up, one over the other, and your thumb tips touching. So I'd have them in that position. You could just have them up, or your hands in your lap, or whatever, but the recommended ones for meditation are palms up and your thumbs touching. And with that, you're just going to place it in your lap, lay your forearms across your thighs, but try not to constrict yourself in with your elbows tight against your chest. You want elbows away from your chest so that when you breathe, you can really inhale a lot and it's not going to be restricted by, tight, cramped arms. So that's the position. With your head, a lot of people say it's better to have your chin tucked in and your head down, but whatever's comfortable, I would recommend. in terms of sitting, you could put a pillow or a cushion beneath you. I have a hard foam yoga block that I sit on, which helps quite a bit because it lifts me, keeps my legs on the floor and lifts my butt up a bit, so um, my legs aren't so cramped. Um, that's yeah, that's sort of the positional pose type stuff. Um, and then two things that I like to do, if I can. If I can't, it's not a big deal, but if I can, I like doing it. I have a candle that I light, which is a scented candle, um, and that just sort of like stimulates my senses and my smell and everything. And it's just a nice calming touch, really. But you can have anything. You could have like fragrance or a incense or a candle or flowers or something. Something that is pleasing to you and your senses, and something that's going to be nice when you're doing your meditation or your calmness. Um, Again, you can listen to music or sounds. Um, Obviously, calming stuff. You can get like nature sounds like waterfalls, rainforests, that sort of thing. What I would recommend is checking out a guy on YouTube called Ralph Smart. His YouTube channel is Infinite Waters Diving Deep, and he has some amazing meditation, relaxation music and sounds on his YouTube channel. And he really talks about the benefits of 432 hertz music. It's where I don't really know my physics or whatever, but it's either to do with the hertz or the frequencies or whatever, and they're really, really beneficial for getting you on like a natural calm wavelength. So I listen to that. That's really helpful. So then you've got something stimulating your two senses with the fragrance and the music, which are very good, very calming. And then with meditation, I just say to myself, just connect to your breath. Just breathe in through your nose, breathe out through your mouth. You can try out some of the breathing techniques that we talked about in an earlier video, and you can just do that. And if your mind is wandering, if your mind is thinking about different things, just let it, allow it. This is a judgment-free, a action-free time where you're just allowing thoughts to enter your mind and pass just normally and naturally. You can repeat like a mantra or something in your head, something personal to you, positive, whether it's stability, balance, love, happiness. I don't really have one. If I'm feeling in a particular way, I might have one in my mind that day, but again, it's personal to you. And try and let go of time, and don't think, oh, I've only done 3 minutes, I feel bad, or it's been ages, I'm bored. Just maybe set an alarm or whatever, and just do it however long you want or need. Focus on your breathing. If your thoughts are disappearing or whatever, just go with it. I will talk about mindfulness a bit more in a future video, because meditation is just, for me, it's really just becoming completely calm and focusing on my breathing and having a really quiet moment to myself during the day. And we can talk about mindfulness, which is similar, which is a bit more sort of like a thoughtful, proactive thing. But yeah, that's my meditation. Try out different things from this video, see what works for you, what doesn't. And if you've got any questions, please feel free to contact me. I'm more than happy to talk through stuff with people. I've had some really, really lovely and positive responses, which is great, on Twitter. Yeah, once again, keep it interactive, talk to one another, and yeah, thank you very much for your time. Cheers, bye bye.